Wake up with Richmond's Morning News, or you're going to be playing catch-up the rest of the day. All right, now we're going to do a little swapping here on the air. This is a live radio show. We were scheduled to talk with Rachel Campos-Duffy from Fox and Friends. We just got word she's not feeling well this morning, so she's under the weather, so we're going to have to postpone that. But I will tell you, tomorrow on the program, pretty excited. Super Dave came to me. Where's Super Dave? Tell him, Super Dave, come in here. I'm tired of talking to Cup of Joe with his hippie T-shirt on. For those of you who missed the first hour of the program, Super Joe came waltzing in this morning, and my retinas are burning because he decided that he's going to wear a tie-dye shirt, like some hippie walking in at a Haight-Ashbury in the 60s, like he's going to a Grateful Dead show. Although, Super Dave, of the two of us, who has better fashion sense, me or you?
You.
Okay.
Definitely you.
I don't know if really the tie-dye shirt that he's wearing, how would you describe that?
I think it's cool.
Okay.
But remember, I have no fashion sense.
That's true. But he's wearing a tie-dye T-shirt, right?
Right.
And
it's kind of green and bluish.
Green and bluish. And a camouflage hat.
Well, I wear camo sometimes.
But do you wear it with hippie tie-dye?
No. I don't think I have any tie-dye stuff anymore.
Oh, what'd you say?
This was the hat that I could find in the dark this morning.
Oh, I thought you found that on the side of the road.
No.
Like that shirt. Would you'd wear a hippie tie-dye shirt?
If it looked cool on me, yeah.
Okay.
I don't own any. I don't own any more. But when I was a kid, we used to tie-dye shirts all the time.
First of all, they never look cool on anybody, except maybe Bill Walton. They look cool on Bill Walton, right?
Bill Walton could pull that off, yeah.
Nobody else. Like what I told you when I was a kid, I said this in the first hour. When I was a kid, and the school said, "Hey, we're doing tie-dye," I refused. I said, "I'm not gonna wear hippie gear."
Well, you're just a party pooper.
No, I was a young Alex P. Keaton before Alex P. Keaton came into vogue. So anyway, help me with tomorrow. So today, Rachel Campos-Duffy, she's not feeling well.
Yeah, we'll probably reschedule that for next week.
Yeah,
hopefully.
She's got like 100 kids, so
yeah,
she's probably got a cold from one of her kids. And she's busy. She works all the time. Best-selling author, Fox and Friends, raising a family. Okay, we'll reschedule her. But you called me yesterday and said, "Rich, I am the world's greatest producer because you're not going to believe who we're getting on the show tomorrow." I said, and what was my response?
You just kind of, there was just like dead air on the other side of the phone.
Dead silence. And you realize how I never shut up. So I was just slack jaw like, what?
And so I told you it was going to be Stuart Copeland from the Police, the rock band Police.
Well, I knew who Stuart Copeland of the Police was.
I was just making sure.
The Police are one of the quintessential bands of Gen X. They were the soundtrack. It was Duran Duran, right?
Sure.
It was AC/DC, right?
Back in Black, yeah, those early 80s.
Yeah, it was AC/DC. It was Duran Duran, and I would say the biggest was Madonna, Billy Idol, and the Police.
Ghost in the Machine was a great album.
Synchronicity, Zenyatta Madonna. I don't even know what that means, and I still, love the song and the album.
Yeah, that was a great album.
They were the quintessential Gen X. Can't Buy Me Love, Pretty in Pink sounding. I mean, you hear the Police, you instantly go back to the 1980s.
Yeah.
And he's going to join us tomorrow on the program.
And we almost forget about Roxanne.
Oh, there's
Roxanne from 48 Hours when Eddie Murphy's singing it in his cell.
Yeah, there's Roxanne, there's Don't Stand Too Close to Me, the do da da da.
Yep.
Which only the Police could make sound coherent, the do da da da. So he's joining us tomorrow on the program.
Yes.
That is so cool.
It should be really, really cool, yeah.
All right. So folks, tomorrow, one of the greatest artists. He was the founding member of the Police.
Was he?
Yeah, he called Sting and said, "Hey, what's Sting's real name?"
Gordon Sumner.
Hey, Gordon, why don't you join this band? And there was another guy before Andy Summers, who was the guitarist,
Right.
one of the guitarists. There was somebody else who was in the band, and he left, and then Summers, and then they blew up like that. But he was the catalyst.
And Stuart is coming on the show to talk about. He will be in town on August the 7th.
Where?
At the Beacon Theater
In Hopewell.
Yes.
There's some big stars that have played that Beacon Theater.
There's one or two people in this room that have walked across that stage.
I'm going to tell him that it's a great house, but there's a level of performance at the Beacon Theater that you have to match because of
you.
I was going to say Brian Kilmeade, but still.
I was going to say Jeff Katz, but since you're sitting here.
I stayed up all last night watching YouTube videos of interviews of him.
Yeah.
His family story might be more unique than his story.
We'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah. So tomorrow on the program, we're going to be joined by a music icon and legend.
And Rock and Roll Hall of Famer.
Rock and Roll Hall of Famer. But I think that's the least interesting part of his family's life.
I'll take your word for it.
Okay. And Governor Gilmore. So that's, I mean, come on. We got an U.S. ambassador and governor of the Commonwealth and someone who was born in Alexandria. He's a Virginia guy.
Oh, he was?
Stuart Copeland, born in Alexandria.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm already learning stuff right now.
Telling you, I did my research. It is going to be incredible. So he's on the program tomorrow. All right. Thank you. I'm sorry you have to go stand in there next to Cup of Joe with his tie-dye shirt on.
That's my favorite shirt that I've seen him wear so far.
It's tie-dye Thursday tomorrow.
It doesn't tie-dye Thursday. We will never have tie-dye Thursday on this radio show. As long as I'm here, I'll tell you that. All right. Oh, they're telling me, hurry up. We got to get to Richmond's Morning News Brief. All right. Here's Richmond's Morning News Brief, the abbreviated version. Here we go. Big story of the day. Donald Trump is still in negotiations with Iran. That's our big story of the day on Richmond's Morning News Brief.
Number 1.
U.S. Central Command says those strikes on Iranian missile launching sites were purely defensive to protect U.S. troops, but Iran is calling it an aggressive and blatant violation of the ceasefire. Iran's foreign ministry, meantime, added that it will leave no act of aggression unanswered, but did not elaborate, while the country's supreme leader says, quote, America will no longer have a safe haven in the Middle East. And of course, the Strait of Hormuz remains closed, the price of oil remains higher, and the global economy remains in limbo.
All right, that's the latest on what's going on. They'll have a cabinet meeting. The president's being very, very patient. I'm not sure how long this can continue. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on this. Something changes. Make sure you lock it in to News Radio WRVA. Story number 2, Donald Trump flexes last night in Texas, and his man wins the Senate runoff to be the Republican nominee.
Number 2.
I want to thank Senator Corner for his service to this state. John has dedicated much of his life to serving Texas. He's worked diligently for years to help Texas. And for that spirit of service to the Lone Star State and our nation, I'm very grateful.
All right, that was Attorney General Ken Paxton. He will advance to take on James Tallarico. And again, the Democrats are going crazy. You realize Texas is turning purple and we're going to elect it. They said that about Beto O'Rourke, better known as Robert Francis O'Rourke, when he went against Ted Cruz. You realize Beto O'Rourke is going to be able to unseat him because he's a man of the people. Tallarico just said, our campaign is vegan. I don't know. How can a campaign be vegan? Maybe they don't want any meat eaters over there. No carnivores, just people that wear plastic and say it's leather and eat tofu can work on the campaign. Or I don't know how that's going to go over with the beef industry if the 4-6 is down in Texas. Anyway, Donald Trump flexes last night in Texas. He's undefeated in candidates that he has endorsed this primary season. All right, story number 3, Virginia Tech. They want to go pro.
Number 3.
All right, Hokie fans, what do you think? They're thinking about starting a new separate company from Virginia Tech Athletics. They would make it basically a pro model looking for money. I'm going to tell you this. Everybody wants to be pro, but nobody's earned their way there. It just seems like everybody thinks they're entitled to big money and big sponsorships and all the rest. If you're going to go pro, then maybe just go see how you can do on your own without taxpayers paying for your university and the logos and the marks and everything. To me, college sports is about to die. And as Mark Cuban said, pigs eat at the trough, hogs get slaughtered. College football has become hogs. Story number 4. Actually, can we skip 4? Oh, and 5. They say we're done. All right. I spent too much time talking about Cup of Joe's tie-dye shirt. Listen, I get you're wearing it because you love your children, right? Okay. Then I can't bust your chops about that. I'll find something else to bust your chops about this morning. Number for you to join us on the James River Air text line, 833-804-1140, 833-804-1140. Today's program brought to you in part by Men's Wellness Center. You've heard me talk about it, but you haven't picked up the phone to call yet. I understand why. You're a little nervous. It's a little uncomfortable. Listen, I get it. As a guy, I hate going to the doctor. I don't like going to the dentist. I don't like going to the doctor. I barely want to go get my hair cut unless I start looking like a hippie like Cup of Joe. But, guys, it's time. You realize you just don't feel like yourself. Your energy's not there. Your mental focus isn't there. And as far as relationships with the person you love the most, it's not what it was. I get it. You get it. We all get it. So do something about it. Call Men's Wellness Center. Sit down with one of their doctors, have lab work done, and find out whether it's your testosterone. If it is, they can help you. And I'll make it easy for you. Your first initial consultation, including the lab work, is free. Boom. That's it. Free. Mention my name, Rich Herrera, and that first visit, including the lab work, is on the house. There's locations in Glen Allen, Virginia Beach, Newport News. Call the number 1-800-410-3577, 1-800-410-3577, or find out more by going online to menswellnesscenter.com.
Hey, it's Jeff Katz. Congressman John McGuire joins us with an update on the Iran situation. Later today, 3:05. News Radio WRVA.
He once replaced a countertop so smooth, the marble complimented him. He corrected a crooked renovation so badly done, even the studs were embarrassed. And they say when Absolute arrives on the job site, the tape measure measures itself. Because after more than 20 years of doing things the right way, excellent becomes the standard. Licensed, trusted. Absolute. He doesn't just build it right, he builds it. Absolute. Absolute Exterior Concepts. Get your free remodel estimate at AbsoluteExteriorConcepts.com. Stay absolute, my friends.
Hey, it's Jeff Katz. When you sell your home, you need more than promises. You need a team with the process, marketing, and experience to help you make the right move. That's why I recommend Debbie, Sarah, and Reynolds, a Power Home Team with Keller Williams. Their strategy is built to create buyer demand, attract multiple offers, and give sellers the confidence to choose the offer that works best for them. Their recent client, Brenda, said the team made the sale of her home smooth from start to finish. The professional photos and marketing were outstanding. Communication was clear, and when multiple offers came in, the team laid out every detail so Brenda and her husband could make the best decision. Brenda spent nearly 10 years in real estate herself, so her expectations were high. She said that Reynolds and Power Home Team had exceeded them all. When you know the plan, understand your options, and have the right team guiding you, selling feels very different. Sell with certainty. Your home sold guaranteed. The winning strategy to sell your home. Call now, 844-902-SOLD. That's 844-902-SOLD. Or visit DebbieHasTheRVABuyers.com. That's DebbieHasTheRVABuyers.com.
I've heard life is a series of crossroads, and when at the wheel, how we handle them matters. I know these roads by heart, while other drivers may be just starting to find their way. Staying sharp at intersections isn't just about my safety, it's about protecting others too. I want to be independent, but also be safe. Virginia Grand Driver helps me do both. Learn more at granddriver.net.
Brought to you by Virginia DMV and Virginia Grand Driver.
Tune into In the Garage every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. for tips and tricks to keep your vehicle running in 2026.
All right, it's 8:18 here on News Radio WRVA again. Rachel Campos Duffy filling under the weather. We'll reschedule